Hello, welcome to this channel. Today in this lesson, we'll break down the best essay structure to get a Band 9 score in IELTS. Writing Task 2, many students lose marks not because their ideas are weak, but because they can't present them clearly. The examiner cannot understand what you have written because your essay lacks clear structure, and so they can't assess what you know. So if you want to achieve your desired score and finally overcome this challenge, then this video is exactly what you need. This is your ticket to a higher score, because I'll show you the exact formula used by examiners to mark your essays. You will learn how to write a brilliant introduction, strong body paragraphs with powerful arguments, and a great conclusion. Plus, you'll discover how to use linking words correctly and naturally to make your essay flow. It's time to unlock your full potential and achieve the score you deserve. Ready? Let's get started. There are 3 types of Task 2 essays: opinion, advantages and disadvantages, and discussion. But don't worry, because this structure works for all of them. Okay, let's take a look at the first paragraph. What should you write about in your introduction? You should introduce the topic and state your position or opinion. That's it. Your introduction must answer 2 questions. What is this essay about? What is your opinion on the topic? Look at these 2 examples. Can you see the difference between them? In the first example, the student simply restates the question. This is a very common mistake. You should never do this because you don't get any marks for paraphrasing the question. So don't waste this important sentence. Here's the correct way to paraphrase this question. Rather than saying, "To what extent do you agree or disagree with this statement?" say something like, "There is a growing belief that," or "it is often argued that." Now you can see that we have answered the first part of the question. What is this essay about? Your opinion? Well, the second sentence answers that. Simply state our position or opinion. We can use phrases like, "in my opinion," "from my point of view," "I strongly agree," "I completely disagree," or "I partly agree." Then write the main topic of your essay. As you can see, we have a clear and concise introduction that states both the topic and our opinion. What about the body paragraphs? How should we start each of them? Every body paragraph should begin with a clear topic sentence. A topic sentence introduces the main idea of the paragraph. Every sentence after that should develop and support this idea. Look at this example. We've already read the topic sentence. Now let's analyze the rest of the paragraph. Can you tell what the main idea of this paragraph is? Yes, it is about climate change. So we can see that the second sentence supports the topic sentence. It develops it. The third sentence also supports the first sentence. It gives more detail and examples. The fourth sentence gives more details and examples. And the fifth sentence provides a solution based on the previous sentences. And notice that we have one idea in each sentence. Don't try to pack too much into one paragraph. This is a common mistake that makes your writing unclear. Each sentence should have one idea only. How many body paragraphs should you write? 2 is enough. And if you need more, you can write 3. Now let's move on to the next part of the essay, the conclusion. What should you write in the conclusion? Summarize your main points and restate your opinion. You should not add new ideas in the conclusion. Instead, you should summarize everything that you have already written, and remember to include your opinion. Now let's put everything together and write an amazing essay with this formula. Write a strong introduction with your opinion. Write body paragraph 1 with supporting ideas. Write body paragraph 2 with more supporting ideas. And write a strong conclusion with the summary of your main points. Let me share with you a classic student mistake. Listen to this. To conclude, education is important because it helps people find good jobs. To sum up, we can say that. Stop, don't do this. It's unnecessary and it wastes valuable time. You don't need to use the phrase to conclude before giving your opinion. Just go straight to the point. Education is important because it helps people find good jobs. My opinion, it is essential. Let me share another tip with you. In Task 2, you have to write between 250 and 300 words. But some students write less than 250 words. Do you know why they get penalized for this? It's because Task 2 has a time limit of 40 minutes. Examiners assume that you have completed the essay if you reach this word count in that time. If your essay is shorter, it's unlikely that you have developed your ideas fully. One of the most common mistakes in Task 2 is irrelevant detail. Some students include information that is not relevant to the question. Look at this example. The question asks about the reasons for the popularity of smartphones. However, the student discusses the features of a smartphone. He writes about the camera, but he didn't talk about why people like this camera. He writes about apps, but he doesn't explain why people enjoy using them. Remember, you will lose marks for irrelevant detail. Stick to the question and discuss only relevant details. Another common mistake is writing an overview. Some students write an extra paragraph summarizing the main points after the conclusion. Don't do this. The conclusion is the last chance to impress the examiner, so use it wisely. And what about linking words? How should we use them? Cohesion is very important in Task 2. You need to use linking words to connect ideas and show how they are related. For example, furthermore, this leads to a more productive workforce. On the other hand, opponents argue that, but many students make a common mistake when they use linking words. They overuse them. Look at this example. Firstly, this encourages people to live healthier lifestyles. Secondly, it helps prevent obesity. Thirdly, eating organic food is good for farmers. In addition, it reduces the negative impact on the environment. Moreover, it also cuts down on waste. Furthermore, it helps save energy. We don't need all these linking words. They make the essay sound unnatural. Firstly, this encourages people to live healthier lifestyles. Secondly, it helps prevent obesity. Eating organic food is good for farmers. It reduces the negative impact on the environment. It cuts down on waste and helps save energy. It's much better, isn't it? You might be wondering how long your essay should be to get a high score. 3/4 of a page is usually enough. As you can see, you don't need a lot of fancy vocabulary or complex grammar rules to get a high score. You just need to know the right structure and follow it. I hope you found this video useful. Good luck with your preparation and your exam. Bye.